Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, how are we?
Robert and Jake back again for another episode of Joe Want Some, It's Lovely.
Yes, I.
We apologise for the technical difficulties.
You got it?
Yeah. I couldn't pronounce that word for the first few takes. So we had trouble with the mic and we had someone to come over and help us. It's all a learning curve, so apologies. But we have a juicy episode tonight.
All about childhood memories, bitches.
Yeah, so we're going to take it back to our old house up in Knocknaheeny when we were... What age did you move down here, Al? About 10, is it?
I moved down when I went into junior infants.
Okay, so don't know what age
Senior
you were.
infants, sorry, senior infants.
Don't know what age you were by that. I think I was like, I don't know, anyway. So, back to Knocknaheeny. So, when we lived in Knocknaheeny, Kelly was obviously there as well. Kelly's a couple of years older than us. So, she used to babysit us.
Shout out to Kelbells.
Fucking love you, man. So, Kelly is Jake's twin double as well, by the way.
Yeah, everyone says it.
Kelly and Jake with the good brows.
Yes, I.
So Kelly used to always babysit us, and obviously when you're babysitting kids, you tend to play household games, like a game of house.
Yeah, only the normal ones.
Yeah, only normal. But not us.
No, this took a turn.
Yeah, we like to play Fear Factor. So one day she laid us down on the floorboards, and this challenge was see who could leave the ice cube on her stomach the longest.
I was only left to take part just in this one because I was too young. I used to get locked under a clothes basket.
Yeah.
So I used to be able to see what happens, but I was left to do the ice cube one.
Yeah, he used to watch from a distance underneath an empty washing basket.
Because I used to get locked. She was rootless.
Rootless, but look, we actually used to find it so funny. We were like, come on, we have a game of Fear Factor.
Half time we used to be telling her to do it, like.
Yeah, it's so funny. One day as well, one of the challenges was she put my head into the washing machine. It was empty, of course.
Oh, but I can't believe that, like.
And spun it. Like, just spun the thing that could spin on its own.
And make you feel sick, like.
Also, as well, Kelly used to host dance she used to make us watch her dance.
Oh, yeah.
And one day we wanted a yogurt, and Kelly was like, whoever watches me dance the best gets a yogurt.
She used to know what she used to be doing, like.
She used to be in Shirley's dance class, disco dancing, like bopping around the gaff. They were fucking brilliant as well.
Yeah, they were.
Bridget was a little dinger as well. So anyway, I thought of it. I'm not going to blink when she's looking at me, looking at her. So she'd go down the line. There was 4 of us lined up on the chair. Me, Bridget, Kim. I'm sure Kim was there as well, actually.
Kim was always there.
Kim was always there.
Always there.
Again, we have a family of God knows
hundreds.
how much. Yeah. So I came up with the idea of not blinking as she was dancing.
Good tack, though.
Yeah, good tack. I won. Rob is winning since he's, 7?
Maybe younger, 5.
Oh God. As we say in our household, whoever eats the fastest gets the most.
My mom calls it surviving.
Yeah. I'm conditioned to eat at top speeds.
And again, that's why you have heartburn.
Yeah, that's why I have gastro problems. And also down in 70 cells of stray vodka as well. Maybe
that would probably be only like 60% of the problem.
That like might cut the lining completely out of my stomach.
Oh yeah.
And from there, Tanya loved dressing me up in women's clothes with her friend as well. They used to love tying up my hair and putting on women's clothes and putting on makeup. And one day, actually, Kelly and her friends put Bridget's communion dress, communion socks and all.
I say you fucking liked it.
Oh my God, God already knows. I'm going to be a drag queen.
That's why we love RuPaul.
Yeah, I'm only messing. But we were definitely destined to be gay, like, conditioned to be gay. They always wanted gay brothers, I said.
Definitely, look what happened.
But they used to sing Here Comes the Bride as I used to walk down the stairs.
Tights and everything, or the socks or something.
That's traumatising, like, do you know, that's lousy.
Thank God you were the older brother.
They had me doing the splits as well. I could do the splits. I used to be able to jump off the chair into the splits.
What the F?
I know, they used to love dancing, Kelly and Bridget, and they taught me how to do the splits. I used to be
you were a forward dancer?
But literally, I used to be in St. Vincent's St. Vincent's school, like baby infants, jumping off tables into the splits. Screaming.
At a young age.
Literally. So we also used to have this cubby hole in the back. Remember the back cubby hole in the kitchen? And my dad used to come in. He used to like get our bikes and shit out of it, like, and stuff and all that kind of carry on. And one day he went into the cubbyhole, and you know the way you can like block your elbow and forearm to make it look like someone has by the neck.
And bear in mind, he used to come back from work with like white stuff over his face, so he actually even looked scarier with his hood up as well.
Yeah, Joe used to work in the building line, like, so all the dust and stuff.
But like, you're obviously going to convince children because the way you hide the elbow, and then you're going to,
and you go shitting it, absolutely shitting it, like. And one day,
be looking fucking around like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then one day he went into the thing, and we nearly pissed ourselves with the fright. We were like,
screaming, looking at each other,
and then
trying to run away.
Literally, and he'd just come out of the cubbyhole and show us his elbow, like,
Yeah. Then the joke's over.
Yeah. And then he used to have us fully convinced that a ghost resurrected. No, lived in the attic.
Yeah, let's just say that.
Like, I haven't pronounced the word I'm trying to say. Resided. Yeah, a ghost resided in the attic.
Resided.
And the ghost name was Patrick.
We finally found that name.
Yeah, it was the first take. Literally could not remember the name.
Yeah.
But like, do you know?
So you got his name is Patrick, doesn't
I
it?
know. Patrick haunted me since I'm 7.
I
know. Oh, you're perv. I only messing. But so my dad one day was done putting away the Christmas decorations, and it was up in the Christmas from the north side. Anyway, he's done putting away the Christmas decorations, and you know, like on the top of the brush where you can like hang it, there's like a handle,
there's
a hook thing. Yeah,
a hook. There's like it's space going through the middle of it.
Yeah, so you can like hang it up on a nail, let's just say, or a hook.
The top of a sweeping brush, like.
Yeah, but it's not on all sweeping brushes. See, it's on that one behind you.
Yeah, it's on that
one. Yeah, it's like a horseshoe. I won't even say. So he used to use that to like just center the attic door. So as he was doing that, it kind of pushed past up the side, and when he pulled it back down, the hook thing was gone. And he looked at us and looked up at the attic, then looked back at us and was like, that was Patrick.
Patrick got the top of it.
We were like,
how gullible children are, like.
Yeah, literally. Jake has the next one about house robbery.
Yeah, so again, in the same house when we were younger, at this time, me, Bridget, or Robert wasn't born, it was just Kelly and Tanya. And many years ago, many years ago, when Tanya and Kelly were young.
They're not that old.
Let's just say that. Again, up in Auchenheany. But my mum used to say to us that Tanya used to go down and climb through the cupboards. Like,
yeah, so she heard that, like.
Break glasses and stuff. And so my mum crept down the stairs, she was just walking downstairs, but she said she was in her knickers because she just thought it was Tanya, like.
Her knickers.
Julie. As she looked over the balcony, there was a man drinking a can with a balaclava on, and there was like.
Bear in mind, the can was from our fridge.
Yeah. That's why they were eating out of our fridge as well, so they actually made themselves at home.
Yeah, literally.
So what my mum done, like, obviously you got an awful shock. I'd say that's what I would do as well. So
she got up from her room.
She got up from her room. Yeah, she looked over the bench, so the man was there.
Oh, yeah.
And so as she saw the man again, she started like walking back slowly up the stairs, but you know, obviously still looking at the man in case he chased after her. And when she got to the corner of the stairs, she ran up into my dad, put her head underneath the covers, and told my dad whatever. And my dad was like, what the fuck? Yeah. So as he ran across the landing to look out the window because they heard him leaving, the fellows with the balaclavas stuck up their actual middle fingers, started laughing at my dad. Middle fingers.
Metal.
What did I say?
With middle fingers.
My nan with the windows and the pillars.
Yeah. Lilies. My nan calls it lilies.
Or Netflix, Nilfis.
Nilfis. Brandon Nilfis.
Put on the Nilfis for us.
And my mum and dad, come on Julie, we'll go up and watch a series.
Yeah.
They called series a series. Yeah. Robert, you've any good series I can watch? I have her watching Stranger Things and all, she loves it.
She came to me last night and she was like, check how many episodes there we have to. She can't even check how much episodes on Netflix you have.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, that happened.
And then, like, it's actually
how scary would that be though? Walking down to a balaclava, like, I would nearly poo myself. Speaking
of scary stories, like, so basically before we were born, again, this was back in our old house, my mum was pregnant on someone. She was pregnant on one of the 5 of us. I think it might be Bridget. Yeah, let's just say it's Bridget. Bridget, well done. You anyway. My dad went to work one morning and my mum was in their room on her own and Tanya was in the back room. She was a child and Kelly, they were in the back room, whatever. And my mum heard like a raspy cough, like
Oh yeah,
like an old man's cough. And she was like, what the fuck's that? Do you know what I mean?
That went on a couple of times, didn't
But
it?
she went in to check on the room. She's like, Jesus, that was Tanya. She's like, what's wrong with her chest?
Do you have the COVID?
I know, yeah. But she went into the room. There was no one there. Tanya and Kelly were downstairs. So then, anyway, I got a fright. I don't know what she did.
That's
She got a
weird,
fright,
like-
it's scary shit. Went about her week anyway. The following week, she goes to the credit union and she sees the fella's daughter who lived in the house
Previous, yeah.
and was like, geez, my dad died an awful... But anyway, how are you getting on, Judy? How are you? And she's like, you never guess what happened there. I heard a very raspy cough in the back room and none of the kids were there. It's weird, isn't it? And he was like, my dad died in the back room from something got to his chest.
Thank the Lord that wasn't me in Robert's bedroom.
Oh my God, I know, yeah. We had a gammy room though, a tiny room with with a bunk bed.
Oh, I'd rather that than a man dying in the back room of his chest though.
Imagine that. Remember when Kim as well, in our room, Kim in our room, she wrote on the wall or the light switch or something, don't go to sleep. And she got caught because they knew her writing. And Joe, up in Callum's house, Teresa's house, they had this lovely leather couch in. So they had like 2 front rooms as well. The house is gorgeous, like lovely brand new white leather couch.
No way, did she writing it?
No, I did. So I whipped out a blue pen.
Did you have a fetish for writing on stuff for what? Children.
So I whipped out. See, I know where she's coming from.
You have that bit of weirdness in the mind.
Yeah, I'm fucked. But so he's looking at Teresa's lavish leather white couch. That's a tongue twister. Lavish leather white couch. So whipped out a blue pen anyway, and I wrote BOS instead of ROS.
She would have gotten caught anyway, her initials.
BOS is Bridget O'Sullivan, you go, not ROS.
But was Bridget up there?
I framed Bridget.
Was she up there?
No, I got caught doing it.
You're actually slow.
He's writing BOS. What a weasel.
Got taken.
Oh my God, taken for a fucking beauty. So, remember when you used to play Boy Man's Buff with my nan?
Oh my.
Up in her house.
Up my nan's house, like my nana was at the time obviously she still is very fit though, but we just can't see her over the COVID obviously, but
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But at the time when
My mum's mum.
My mum's mum, sorry, yeah. But at the time, all of our cousins used to go up and sleep and have sleepovers. My nan, she used to love it, and her favourite game was Blind Man Buff. And
I love that game.
But you know when you used to catch my nan, you used to hear her just get laughing, holding herself, Joe, like
Because she pisses herself.
She pisses herself.
She's so funny.
So she used to be grabbing us, putting us in front of her. So she would used to get caught jumping over chairs when she couldn't.
Her laugh is so hearty, like it
And it's
makes me
like-
feel at home. I love her so much.
But you know, you used to, obviously you couldn't see her, but the closer you get there, the more like nearly piss herself she used to laugh and the more red she go. But
she's so funny.
the one time we were playing Blind Man Buff, shout out to Lydia
Crowley on the MC. Lydia O'Brien, sorry. Thinking my Nana Crowley.
Yeah, I know. But so we were having a game of Blind Man Buff, as you do. But there was a counter and a fireplace, but there was a gap there, and again you could hear my nan laughing over the fireplace. So Lydia stopped, right, and Joe, she stopped from trying to listen for my nan's laughed. She stopped, took a breath, and charged full force at the fireplace with her head first, as in her head first.
This fireplace, that was like
Marble.
some marble shit, like
a high marble shit, like, and she ran through full force and she went clean out onto the floor.
Mountain her back.
But we were all laughing, but Lydia was telling us, oh my God, stop laughing, sitting on my nan's laps now, bear in mind, stop laughing. My nan was breaking her whole laughing, laughing, she was getting out of my nan as well.
So before as well. We used to call my nan Nanny Joyrider. She's so funny.
Oh my God.
My friend's younger brother was getting into the back of her car before, and
Oh my God.
he opened the door, but like I don't know, she thought he was in the car.
Yeah.
But
She doesn't take notice.
Yeah, like she's so. I actually miss her so
I
much.
know, I miss
Don't
her.
forget to give your nans a phone call as well. Joe, it mean the world to him.
miss
Joe,
her
I
so
always,
much.
Joe, it's nice to talk to him and remember that they're old and stuff and they're away now. But anyway, so she thought my friend was in the car already. My friend's younger brother, now he was 9, like, and she stepped on it, and your man was trailing with his hand on the car, and he wasn't even in it. He got it sucked underneath the wheel. But she started laughing. I was like, Dad!
She did, I don't think.
Oh my god, she's so funny.
But she used to, when we would come down Blackpool Hill, Adam was in the back, Lydia and Tiona, and I was in the front, and my aunt turned around to me, she goes, let's let the car roll down Blackpool Hill, the very steep hill. And she goes, let's get the car roll. I was like, nah. So she actually let the car roll down throughout till the red light, and she just pulled up the handbrake and the car skidded a bit. And she let JP
drive
our car up Bantry Park. He was no more than 10. And it was actually a video, and she was like, JP!
She is actually a legend.
She's wild.
She is a
That's
legend.
where we get it from.
I know, she's the start of it all, like.
Literally.
But, so that takes us from our old house, and we'll kind
to our new house.
Our new motherfucking
well, that
house.
we're living in now.
Yeah, so we're a bit older here. Well, I was about 11, 10 when I moved here, was it?
Yeah, I know. I went for a fact. I moved into senior infants. I was about 5.
Yeah, 5. Is that what your age you are then?
And you're 2, 3 years
I
old.
went over to Scalise and I was just done
So you're
17, so I
about
was going to first class.
7 or 8.
Yeah. So...
That's very fucking young, like, wasn't
I
it?
know. I feel like we're here years.
Yeah.
We are here years.
We actually are.
Like fucking slow. I'm getting there that I'm 23.
I went along with you. I was like, yeah, I know.
God, imagine us in directions in a foreign country or something.
No, we wouldn't make it alive.
So anyway, so my mum was drunk in bed one day, and me and Jake were there. Just came out from a night out, and we used to watch telly in her bed, like, and she came into us. And
bear in mind now, she was speaking to us like she was adults making this decision. We're like, go for it. We're like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So we were chilling in bed, and an ad came up being like, we're looking for a family to like monitor their energy use, so because they want to do a little documentary on how much a modern household would use, how much energy it would use in electricity and stuff. So my mum rang, signed up for it.
We were thinking of it. They come back to us like, how?
Yeah,
it was
I know.
RT or something, wasn't it?
RT, yeah. So she came in there, it's not like it's fucking fame.
Well,
like,
I don't think
RT, like,
but I didn't think we didn't think it was going to happen. My mum just said we'd try it.
sure, we didn't even know what it fucking was.
That's
like,
what I'm
we were
saying.
so young.
My mum was drunk as well doing it.
Yeah. But like my dad was anti this.
Typical Irish man again.
Typical Irish man, yeah. Not a hope those cameras come into my house, blah blah blah. So anyway, like a couple of weeks passed, and my dad was done work, and he got out and he got dropped home, and he works on the building line, like. So they were all in the van, and they were like, Sully boy, there's fucking cameras there outside your gaff. Do you know, it's RTE, like.
Yeah.
He was like, nah.
Robert, Joni found out, and then remember my mum was being interviewed. My dad kept ringing the house phone, as in kept, and her phone, and then Bridget was coming out, Ma'am, my dad won't stop ringing the phone, and then she was going pink on the camera when we watched it over.
Pink, as in strawberry red pink. And when this was happening, like, he's being rude on the phone. Like,
yeah,
like, get
rude.
them fucking out of my house. Like, but yes, that was young as then. Man, my dad don't want them in here.
Ring it, he keep ringing the phone.
And then I'm sat behind, me and Jake are sat behind my mum as she's
out the back
as she's being interviewed. She's bright red, same colour as her hair.
Yeah.
And I was behind her, and Jake was next to me, and I was playing my Game Boy. I was like obsessed with Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like obsessed.
I tried to be, because Robert was, but I never really got into it.
Remember, we got DS for Christmas.
We got DS for Christmas, never know what I was doing. Yeah. Anyway.
I loved it, and like whatever came over me, I decided to be a bit spicy and
spice up the camera a bit.
Do you know what? I was actually a fucking little
I
weasel.
was
actually a fucking little weasel.
All our family pissed themselves when they saw this.
Yeah, so I was playing.
Oh, again, we made a DVD out of it, sorry.
Yeah, we made a DVD out of it, we lost it. Like, I wish we could find this. It's actually gold. Well, for us personally, because it's nice to look back on. You know, it was really funny, and we can just remember it so
young
well.
As well.
Like, we were so young. But so I was playing my Game Boy. You see me take down my Game Boy. Look at Jake. Look at the camera. Look at Jake. Look at the camera. And then
he knew what he was doing. Like,
yeah, I was a weasel. Like, pretended to hit my elbow. Waited like 5 seconds and lashed Jake into the side of the head. It was like.
I then was looking around, looking up the sky, saying, "What just happened here?"
Yeah.
And the camera was on me.
And then Jake was like smiling, trying to.
I was like thinking, "What will I do now?" Because he's just after slapping me.
So, and then I went back to playing my Game Boy. What did you do to me?
So he went back playing his game. Where I was like, "F this now, I'm gonna get this mother effer back, right?" So I caught him by the fringe, interlinked my fingers in between his fringe,
Literally.
and ripped him down.
Intertwined.
Like as in, put my fist in around and ripped him.
And then he started skidding off, and again he's looking everywhere.
I think
And
I was
then
mad.
the pain came over me. You could actually see me lift up my Game Boy. I thought the Game Boy blocked my face, but it didn't. I go trying to keep it in the cry. So the way you go.
But like it's actually more funnier because when we watched it back, his lip was dropping. It was
My
like,
lip was it was like Joy when your lip starts to rattle when you're about to cry.
Yeah.
And I was like just working on keeping in the fucking pain and the cry because I was about to start bawling crying.
We got vicious at each other.
Yeah, it's so funny. Then so that went ahead, whatever, and then we have like a shed thing out our back, and he came into the shed thing, and he was on about global warming. Or did I mention global warming?
You mentioned global warming. That was up in our attic.
Oh, up the attic.
Remember,
sorry.
he came into the cabin and he didn't see the step.
He nearly took a hopper. So then we went up to the attic.
Yeah.
Bear in mind now, the attic was mine and Jake's room at the time. We shared
A car bed.
We shared the one race car bed that's about 4 foot nothing.
Bed.
But like emphasize on the 4 foot car racing bed. Bridget downstairs had the room we have
A double
now.
room then.
The princess room.
Princess room. And we loved it though.
Ah, sure, we were
We had
happy.
2 PlayStations then on each side of the end of our car bed.
Yeah, we were happy right with anything, like, you know. But came up, I was detangling medals or something. They
Yeah,
were,
something like that.
I was detangling medals for like, you know, school shit, like, and I goes, here. And he was like, yeah, he's just recording the room. Do you know if global warming's really coming? Or is it, here, is global warming real?
And then he started skating behind laughing, or behind the camera, I mean.
And then Kelly was younger at the time, obviously.
She was about 16, 17, doing teenager shit. What she
Teenager
done,
shit, like, yeah, of course, she's out drinking, like, in
But you have to when you come down the attic in our house, you have to pass the actual
our room. We have to
pass Bridget's princess room at the time.
Yeah.
To pass the bathroom.
And yeah.
But with Kelly being up to teenager shit, Kelly then
She was out drinking, like,
she was gawking into the
She was
toilet.
gawking into the toilet there to edit it out.
Yeah, they had to get it out, and Kelly was like, "Oh, grand."
Oh god, so fucking
And
funny.
then they came to an end, but when they went outside by themselves, they just started videoing the house, and they were like, "This is the one."
Yeah.
But then my dad never went ahead with
My
it.
dad never went ahead with it. God, thank God. God knows what would have been up on it.
Me and Rob were beating each other by the camera.
I know. And then, but you see, they came back a couple of weeks later, you know, to try talk to us and try
Oh
to get
yeah,
us
I
on.
remember they actually asked us again, but like, please do it.
So they came back a couple of weeks later, and my mum weren't there. It was just my dad on his own in the front room. My mum was working on the pub. That's where she was at the water course.
That's where you had the water course. They owned the water course at the time.
All the family did, like, you
Yeah.
know, there was a pub anyway. She was working down the pub. My dad was in the front room on his own.
My dad now, like,
Not talking to them. They came down, like 3 producers came down. My dad sat down, watched the telly, and didn't speak one single word to them until
he
my
did
mum
not
came.
want them there, like. Then my mum flicked her hair going red from the neck up.
Yeah, literally, it's embarrassing. Like, we mortified.
Obviously.
Splotchy red. She was actually going,
yeah, that's what it was.
splotches red.
Splotches.
But that's
That's
the
even
way.
worse, though.
But that's the way she was out in the.
That's what I can remember.
But like, my dad just didn't want it. He didn't want it.
I wish we found that. We actually, all our family came down to our house and actually had a drink, watched the DVD.
I know. I wish we
The
found it
laugh.
because it's so funny to us, like, because it's our family and
It's
Joe,
our family, we know what
we're
went
young
on.
and Joe. Yeah, Joe. So
It's a
funny.
video of our childhood, really. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
literally childhood memories. So next one we have. Oh my God, Jake! How did we know we were gay?
Like, as in, I'm sure we copied the prostitutes inside CTA.
No, we didn't, Joe. What it
What was
was?
it?
It was copying the girl wrestlers in a
It
bra and
was
panty
something
match.
anyway.
The bra and panty match. Remember the bra and panty matches where they used
Wrestling.
to declose? Yeah, wrestling. That's what you said.
Yeah. And then the SpongeBob blankets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
SpongeBob
SpongeBob ones,
blanket.
we had 2,
fucking
1 each.
Tori Foley. No, what? That's my
No,
younger cousin. What's her
we-
name?
We got it.
What's the
wrestler?
wrestler's name? Though?
Oh, I don't know what that.
Anyway, Tori something, I think the wrestler was. Tori Foley's my younger
We
cousin.
used to
Shout
play
out
on the
Tori.
PlayStation as well.
Well,
Remember?
yeah. And a bra and panty match, like that's what it's called. You used to rip off their clothes.
Jesus, we were fucking screaming.
But Jesus, we didn't put on bras and panties.
Oh my god, no! We've got to mention that.
Yeah, so we didn't put on bra knickers.
No. So what we done out of the SpongeBob blankets is like we wrapped them up on our heads.
It's
to
like
make
a
it
towel.
look like a wig, like.
No,
or-
it's like a towel. Do you know the way you wrap
Yeah.
up a towel on your head after a shower? Girls would do it. Like
Girls would do it like, oh yeah, after a shower. That's exactly what it was.
Uh-huh.
And we used to literally bait the shit out of each other to see who got the thing first.
Yeah, the aim of the game was to try rip the head, to rip the blanket off
The person's
your
head.
opponent's head. Opponent being Jake.
Yeah, the point being Robert.
Oh my God. But we used to
We
play
used to
all,
rip the shit out of each
oh
other.
my God, we
remember?
used to play crazy shit. One day me and Bridget had an I Cry match.
Oh, and I was what's it called? The judge of it.
Yeah, bear in mind now Bridget's a feisty little bitch. I was actually
Oh my
scared
god,
at the
that
time.
fight went on for about 15 minutes without before any of you crying.
Yeah, literally, and we were baiting 7 kinds of shit out of each other, like.
Yeah.
And then this is all for fun, like. No wonder we're actually
No wonder
weirdos.
we're actually vicious though.
So, how I managed to make Bridget cry
bread into us.
I know, bread into us. How I managed to make Bridget cry was I got the palm of my hand, and her head, I put it on her forehead, but her head was against the hardwood floor, and I just kept on
Pressuring
pressuring
down,
it down. Then she started crying.
I actually was getting bad. I was like, oh my god, what's he doing?
Yeah, that's frightening. Like, and then she started crying, and my dad mangled us.
Oh yeah, because it was a match. It wasn't just you. Robert.
Absolutely mangled us.
So another time, Robert. So we live over a field, like it's like the man field, but like there's a load upon a load of fields down past.
Yeah.
And like there's lovely views and stuff, whatever. But years ago, when me and Robert and all our friends used to go down Manfield, there used to be these group of dog on the station.
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
a fella, a few doors down, used to let him run loose, like.
No, they used to be able to hop the wall. They were
Yeah,
holding
no.
the wall as well.
They're holding the wall, remember?
Yeah,
And we
holding
used
the
to let
wall.
him run loose to get tired.
But we used to be like the questions, where they're coming from, and
Yeah,
then one day we spotted
yeah.
the whole wall. It's weird.
And so when you get down to the second field, it past the first field behind our house, there's like a hill, like a grass patch hill. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that you can cling
It's
on
like
to.
a mountain, like it's
Like,
like
you can
it's
climb
the
up
side
it,
of a
like-
mountain, like yeah. But they used to fucking God, I'll never forget
Oh
that.
my god, me, Robert, I think it was 2 of our friends.
Dysfunctional kids, like we used to get chases
Chases, we used to
off the dogs.
what a rush used to go through.
Oh, adrenaline rush.
Adrenaline and
But like if these dogs caught us, we'd be
Big
ripped to shit,
stations.
like absolutely terrifying.
but we were down in the proper field and they got through the gate. There was like 4 of us running after us. There was a few of us there, and I just goes, Robert, they're there.
Oh God.
And we started running, but as I was running, the tears were coming out of my eyes. Oh, when the tears were actually flinging. I was only about no more than 10.
Oh God, it's so
But, like,
so scary when
The
you see it.
patch hill is like straight. Me and us started climbing up like Spider-Man. Remember?
Oh, you've no idea. It's the fair fueling, yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it's adrenaline. It's like you're running, but you can't remember running.
That's
Like,
what
do you
it
know
is.
I mean? It's like
I don't even know how I remember. It was literally a straight wall.
Yeah,
Like patches
literally,
of grass. That's what we were just trying to get ourselves to. But that was very, very scary.
very scary. Like it was actually fucking terrifying. And then one day as well, in my mum's room, me and Bridget were about. You know, it was in the new house, so it must have been.
This one.
Yeah, this one. It was just when we moved in, so because we were very young.
Yeah.
There was a bottle of Coke on my mum's windowsill. And sure, we were kids. The minute the minute we see Coke, bottle of Coke, we were like, "Give me that!" Like,
Oh yeah.
So Bridget opened the flat bottle of dead Coke.
Oh my god.
Took a swig, and there was a load of fag ash in it, and she started bawling, crying. I was like, "You're not strong." She's like, "There's fags in it. I'm gonna die." So like, for her to make her stop crying, I took a sup of it as well.
Being the good older but younger brother.
Younger. I'm older but younger,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god. And when we got a bit older then, like, it was just sure fucking going out drinking.
Again, back to Kelly, remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah, not that one. Kelly. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so then we're back to Kettlebells again. Again in the new house, but I'm the youngest out of 5, so I was always I was still young, like.
Yeah.
Robert and Bridget used to always go out and do their own things. Anyway, Kelly used to babysit me, and I goes, Kelly, I just want to go out. I want to go out again. The way she used to make us play Fair Factor and stuff. She turned around to me, she goes, yeah, you can go out so and I make a deal with you.
Yeah.
Like, alright, so like, go over and clean the kitchen. The kitchen, bear in mind now, because Kelly was there for the whole day. She was babysitting. We were after making food and stuff, Joe.
Yeah.
Go over and clean the kitchen. I'll give you $5, and the last thing I goes, what? Kelly, like what? Give me a kiss on the lips.
So cute, like.
I know.
I
was like, alright, so she always treated me like the baby, like.
Yeah. You are the baby though.
I know.
Oh my god. So then when I kind of got into my rebel kind of years, I used to start
Getting a
drinking.
bit older, getting a bit of balls on
Getting a
himself.
bit of brass ball, yeah. Billy Brass Balls, Bill Ham Murphy, like.
Yeah.
So we went drinking. So no, we used to religiously. Me, my friend Kaya, my friend Amber, Ryan O'Sullivan, Dara and Jack.
Shout out to everyone.
Jack and Dara. But listen, so Dara used to get a bottle of whiskey off his nan, and he used to go in and buy. We used to go in and buy Lucasade. So then there was this thing called the Hole in the Wall up behind Lidl by where we live up in Churchfield. So we used to go into the Hole in the Wall and drink there, like severely underage.
Yeah, and whiskey at that as well.
Yeah, and it was a Sunday. I remember I always have to be in for 10, but it was a Sunday and I had school in the morning, so I had to be in at like 8:30. My mum was really strict, or 9 or something like
I
that.
was witness thought, remember that? Like,
My mum was so strict. So we were drinking the whiskey anyway.
That's psychotic on a Sunday.
On a Sunday to school the next morning. I was in second year. But see, that was when I went crazy. So
Yeah.
like, well, not crazy, you know what I mean?
but like,
yeah.
I
But
don't need to child crazy.
yeah. So I went drinking, and then we went down by Willowbank. We're having a laugh, but sure, there was black all over my face. Like
We used to smell of whiskey as well.
literally, we used to be in this hole. We used to be in this hole in the wall. Bear in mind, that's what it was called, hole in the wall. We were in this hole in a wall, looking over across the road at the rats in the dump, because we was right by the dump.
Like,
So you can imagine how dirty this place was. Like, it's like fucking manky. So anyway, rolls on 9:30, knocks at the door. I'll never forget the hunger either.
the hunger. Me and my mum and dad were just after ordering Apache.
Yeah, so
as
it
well.
comes to that now. So I was raw, the hunger, walked in, knocked at the door, but Jed answered me, looked at me, and just goes, I was raw. She goes, "You're dead." Oh my god, black all over my motherfucking face. Like, so walks in, banks the corner. So you walk in the hallway, bank the corner in the kitchen, then you
Just
look into the
waiting
front
for it,
room.
like.
I was waiting for Julie. Oh my god, Julie. So she's just down after getting the big Apache pizza. Oh, I can remember the smell. Starving.
We didn't even start it.
Adam was there as well.
Poor Adam then fell asleep. But we didn't even start the Apache sitting by the fire, lovely night.
She looked at me.
Bear now. He was black as the ace of spades.
Yeah, literally. She looked at me. Oh god. The point and the finger recoiling, saying, "Come here, come here, you."
Her famous move.
Jesus Christ! Come here. I goes, "Oh shit." She was like, "What did you take? What did you do?"
There's no overreacting. Bring you to hospital.
Yeah, like she actually was fully convinced. I was so fucked on whiskey though. You actually probably looked out of my head.
Whiskey in
I
second
was
year.
actually like, what? 13?
Like, you are going to be
or
on your head
14? I
after that.
don't know what age in second year. It was that
Oh,
15?
around
I don't know
anyway.
that age anyway. So she came over to me and she got, like, when I say close to my face, it was this close. So she was like,
Touching nose to nose. Like.
oh, she was up in my grill. She goes, "What you take?" I go, "I do nothing. I do nothing."
So when you're cheeky, then being trying not.
But bear in
to
mind,
cut.
yeah, and my voice was breaking. It was like, "I do nothing, man."
Probably if the fags as well you were smoking.
Literally. And she obviously got a whiff of my breath and goes, "Whiskey!"
Yeah.
Took the pizza, fucked it all into the fire. Then she looked at me.
And the chips.
Everything.
Everything.
For what reason? I don't know, because I bet you she was starving.
Oh,
Julie, Julie loves her food.
She fucking loves her food.
So, I looked at the food in the fire. I goes, "Why, I'm starving." She goes, "Ah!" She gave me some clatter into the face. Like, I'm telling you now,
Robert,
I got a clatter.
deserved.
I know, like, I did get a clatter. Like, she goes, "Get the fuck up to your room. School tomorrow."
I know, yeah. Bear my school tomorrow.
I know, yeah. And then Jake, I went up the stairs anyway. Jake kind of followed up. I'll never forget. Can you remember this? I was looking at myself in the mirror, laughing, wiping the black out of my face. I was like that.
You probably were, you possessed freak.
I know, yeah. And then he went to bed that night, and my mum came in at 7 o'clock in the morning. Don't have to be in school till 9:15.
I say you woke up with some head.
Oh, yeah, my clue flung my uniform at me, slamming open the door, being like, "There's some smelling drink out of this room. Get up!"
Robert, I can't believe you done that on a Sunday.
Oh my god, you didn't have a clue. Like, I went before as well. I went on the bunk, and she caught me. Oh my god, I'll never. In the hole in the wall we were, me and Ryan O'Sullivan.
Oh my god.
Sorry, had to burp. I have gastro problems.
What we said at the start.
Sorry, but anyway, so went. But look, at least I'm remembering now. It's not rude.
What? Not rude.
Burping.
To burp in.
No, it
At
is
least you
rude.
know.
No, it is rude.
You
Yeah.
used to just burp and not even think about it. Now you're thinking about it.
It's all about being aware. But one day, what was it? I went on the bunk. I had a fight with my mum. Again, second year kind of area. I had a fight with my mum, and didn't want to go to school because we still love bunking. So I went up to the hole in the wall, me and Ryan O'Sullivan, and there was like a couple of other people there as well. Got a phone call from my mum. I was like, fuck, like, you know, she never rings me when I'm in school. She obviously knows I'm taking, like, didn't answer it. Got like 4 more. I eventually answered it.
Then my stomach will start to fall out my ass then.
Oh, you've no idea.
Honestly, now my heart will start racing.
Scary, like.
Because at the child, like, do you know.
Yeah. On the phone then. Where the fuck are you?
She was very strict, like,
She's very strict, yeah. She'd want to be. We were actually wildlands.
Wild.
But I was like, I'm not telling you. But she goes, what? Because I'm not telling where I am.
Very
I goes,
cheeky out of you, wasn't it?
I goes, I didn't go to school. She goes, you better get the fuck down here. Apologies now for cursing, but this is what happened.
Yeah, I know.
You better get your ass down here. Your aunts are down here, and I'm going to ring the guards. He goes, alright, so I come down now.
You have to have though, when anything involves mine and this family, you're like, oh,
yeah,
bang, honest.
Gone.
That's
gone.
it, like.
You know when the sisters and the
Because
nannies
you're
down
so
the
respected
house.
so much, though, that's why.
But yeah, exactly. You know when the nan and sisters are down the house and your
Yeah.
goose. And that goes for all of us, like,
All
you
of
know,
us.
all our cousins and shit like that.
Remember I tried to pull the eyelid over my principal, trying to get away to the match, get out of class for the whole day.
Oh my god, yeah, that was
Adam
so funny, Mr. Evans.
Mr.
Yeah.
Evans, again, Adam convinced me, like, and I was, bear in mind, I did not have a notion how to play Gaelic. Adam was like, come on, you get away with it. I was like, yeah, no bother. I was like, I want to go because Joe to get out of the class, like.
I'm actually skitting off and I'm thinking of using the.
Imagine me now on the pitch in a pair of shorts trying to play Gaelic, not even knowing the rules. But went down to, no, it wasn't even the hall, Robert. Remember the extension onto the school, but it was still huge. So everyone used to sit in a circle. So if you're in the middle of.
If you're in the middle of the school, if you're actually in the middle of the school by the office, assembly.
So everyone's sitting around in a circle looking for you. Bear in mind, all the GAA team, all 6 years, looking at me.
The team he tried to infiltrate,
and then the teacher looks at me. He was like,
"It's not the teacher. This is Mr. Evans. This is the principal."
No, the first teacher caught me. Then he went to Mr. Evans.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
I'm sure it was Mr. Ruby. He used to go to matches all the time.
Yeah, sure. Besides the point.
Anyway, he's looking. He goes, I've never even seen you play sport in your life. So I sat there, I was like, oh my god, what? I have a Gaelic team. He was like, who'd you play for? Then, sorry, the book just fell. Then, not knowing a thing, I was like, oh. Then Mr. Evans came over with his, remember Mr. Evans with the finger and pointing out.
Yeah. He was a strict principal.
Strict principal.
Yeah.
I started going red hot on the spot because all the 6 years were looking at me. The other team was looking at me. He was like, you can't even play the sport for the life, yeah. Go back up to class, you. I was like, alright.
In front of the older people as well, like.
Remember that time though, you used to get embarrassed?
Oh, mortified. One day then, me back to bunk, like me and my cousin Tristan went on the bunk. And, oh my god. So we went on the bunk and we were by the Gate Cinema and we were like, here, that's hardly Mr. Ruby there. And we were like, sir. So he wouldn't even answer us. Like, we were like,
sunglasses on?
Yeah, sunglasses on. But he said nothing anyway, so we were like, forgot about it. So me and Tristan goes to school the next day. On the intercom, Tristan Foley and Robert O'Sullivan, please report to the office. The dreaded words.
Yeah.
We were like,
when you know your name is after being called out, you're like, that's just it now. Prepare yourself.
Yeah, so we're taking, it's like our mums are not downstairs to collect us.
Yeah.
We got caught in the bunk. So we goes downstairs anyway into where Jake was just on about by the office. It's
a new extension bit, yeah.
It's a new extension.
Jinx.
So you owe me coke. So we went down anyway, and he goes to Tristan. He looked at Tristan. He was like, why were you not in school yesterday? He goes, sir, I had to go into town and I had to get an eye test for my driver's license test. And he goes,
That
Robert,
was a good one now, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. And he goes, Robert, why weren't you in school yesterday? I looked at Tristan, I looked at Mr. Evans, I looked back at Tristan, and then I looked back at Mr. Evans, and I goes, sir, I had to go in town to get an eye test for my driver's license.
Robert, you caught yourself out by looking back, looking forward.
I know, sure, I didn't have a clue what to do. So yeah, we got caught in the bunk.
That was straight out, flat out.
Oh, that is so fucking funny. Like,
Bridget, Robert, remember them? Bridget used to be telling us on her sesh days. But Joe Bridget was a bit older than us. She used to come in. She used to come in from drinking, like, but she used to smoke fags.
Yeah.
And she used to smoke fags. People still say that to me this day when I go to the kind of stuff. Remember your sister used to smoke like that? Anyway, she used to smoke fags by a hair clip, right? Onto the fag. So first, there used to be smelling her fingers off the fags. And then what else she told me? We have like a bush outside our house.
I used to do that as well.
Yeah, and I got the idea of it doing it as well then as well.
Yeah.
We still have a bush outside our house, but it's like a smelly bush. How do you explain it?
It's just like, I'd say most people did it, but you try to get the smell of smoke off your fingers and you go to grass and
No,
stuff.
it's not that at all. We used to jump head first into the bush.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is, do you know the way, like when you were younger, you tried to get the smell of smoke off your fingers and like you go to grass and stuff and try to pick it apart. But there was this potent smelling bush, like it was like
potent.
It was like earth. I don't know. It was nature at its fine. Pine. It smelled like pine. It smelled like pine. And we used to just mince our fingers up, and we used to go in. I used to get caught.
I used to dive head first. I'm sure the tree was actually going a bit bent, like us and
I used
everything.
to eat it. I used to eat it when I was drinking. I used to chew it up and spit it out.
Oh my god! I'm sure you used to do that by the white wall.
Yeah. God, yuck. But
The
like
things you used to get caught for.
I know, and Bridget using a hair clip, putting a hair clip.
Very good idea though.
I know, on the butt of the fag and not touching it. Do you know, like the old people, the 80s.
Yeah, from years upon years ago. People still say that to me about projects. They find it the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, so funny. But like we used to go in there, and my dad and my mum be like, "Why the fuck do your fingers smell like fags and grass?"
We used to bring up packs of potatoes, bars, just to have in our sacks, not to get caught.
Yeah, literally. Like my mum thought she was double wide anyway. Well, like she's actually slow thinking back on it. Like
Thinking back on it because we're older now.
God love her, she tried her hardest, you know, to try be strict and stuff. So like, Mum, I'm staying at my friend Sean's house tonight, and she was like, Sean used to live around the corner from me, and she used to be like, Rob, call up home, let me see ya, and then you go to Sean's house. So I'd be like, yeah, fine. We used to go up the height. Oh, it used to be so much fun. We had our own little group. What a laugh we used to have. Go up the height. We used to go down Blackpool, across the way from O'Donovan's off licence. Try to ask people to go in to get our strength.
The famous height.
Yeah, the famous height. Eventually got the nagging, went up to the height, and at the time we used to love dubstep music. So we pick out a song, and when that song kicks in, we used to down our nagging straight. We used to be putting Skittles into our naggins and all, thinking we were mad. So I used to be fucking floored going up to my mum.
Did you used to actually go down to McDonald's after the hype? Because I can remember my mum goes to me one day, she was like, Jake, come down to McDonald's with me there and bring shout out to Alan. She goes, bring Alan with you. I was like, yeah, no bother, my dad. Well, me and my mum walked into McDonald's, and who did we see flying backwards off a chair? Robert. Because it was Langers from being up in the height. And who was with him? Bridget. So they both got caught, and the one said, she was like, get
I
into
remember
the
that.
car. She started screaming in front of Alan. I was disgraced. Like flying backwards off a chair as your mum just walks in.
Oh my god, I know, like it's very bad. Like it used to be paralytic, like.
Paralytic? I only got caught once.
But back to the story anyway. Like we went back up, so I used to call to Sean's. My mum used to make me come up to Sean's, call into our house, and then go down to Sean's. I used to be twisted going up to our house. Like, hi mum, I'm in here. She'd be like, yeah, that's grand. Sean's there as well. I was like, look, yeah, that's grand. Then we used to go to Sean's house and literally smoke rollies for the whole night and drink more.
Oh my god, that was like Lydia. Lydia used to be getting collected by Phil, and I used to have to stay up probably the north side of Cork when she gets collected down the south side, gets back, drop down to Lydia Desmond's house, and then start drinking on more.
Oh my god, see so much.
Just to check on us. They used to be always do that.
Yeah, always do it. Oh my god, then they found out what FaceTime was. Jeez.
Oh my god, Phil is queen at FaceTime.
Shout out, Phil.
We used to shout out to Phil. We used to be down at Glen Park, right? We used to be down at Glen Park, like hundreds of us there. So me, Tiana, and Lydia get together. So when Phil used to be ringing Lydia, Tiana used to grab us over in the corner, run up out of Glen Park, sit by Duns, ring him back, being like, yeah, we should have to sit down there getting a patchy, just to not to get caught. And then after we're done, run back down, probably down a double lagging.
Okay, we go one more story. So
Go on.
one more story. Can't remember when I got brought home. Oh my god.
Do you know when you got brought home? Can I say one thing? I won't even ruin the story.
Well,
When you got brought home, my mum and dad were just about to leave to get paint or something.
I know.
Out the front door.
I remember very well.
But I was at the sink. But my sink is like our kitchen's like a hall, so I can see out the front door. All I heard was my mum screaming. So I ran out, thought she was fighting, and then Robert, you could take away the story.
So basically, again, remember we mentioned the water course a while ago. Our family were
yeah.
involved at the pub, and I don't know. The pub was gone, and
They
it was
sold the pub.
It was derelict, so
Yeah.
there was nothing in the pub. And me, Callum,
Innocent, like.
yeah, innocent. Me, Callum, and two of our friends. Callum's my cousin as well. Shout out, Callum.
So that's called.
Me, Callum, and two of our friends went. So the pub's down Blackpool, but it's across the road from. It was a fully functioning pub at the time.
Yeah.
And there was men outside smoking rollies and fags, like, you know, just looking at us climbing this skinny window. 4 young fellas, like. So it did look dodgy, obviously, but sure, we had no intent. Joe, we were actually.
You probably told my mum on this before I left in.
But literally though, yeah, we were that young though.
Yeah,
do you know what I
know.
mean? So manages to weasel our way into the window. We're just exploring it, like. So oh my god, I'll never forget it. I just heard a big on the fucking window.
Again, my ass would drop out through my heart would drop out through my ass.
But like, you don't understand. They were so hey, get the fuck out.
Vicious.
Yeah, vicious. So then the water course is at the like back of TNA. So me and another guy hopped over the back wall. Bear in mind now, I was actually a small boy as well, like, you know, fucking tiny. Hopped the back wall, big enough back wall as well. We used the old what are those? The old kegs. You stepped
Oh,
up in
yeah,
old
yeah,
kegs,
yeah, I
hopped
remember.
over, hung off the wall, then ran back to the gate in TNA in the work yard. Went to climb up over TNA's gate. And fucking hell, I looked down and a Bangarda was looking at me. A girl guard, like a girl.
They're more vicious.
Oh my
I think.
god. But she just looked at me and locked eyes and goes, get the fuck down here right fucking now. I know I try to read back on the curses, but this is literally what the
Have
girl
to know
said
what
to
happens,
me.
like.
So hopped off the gate back into the yard. I'm not going down there at all.
Yeah.
It. Ran across the work yard. Managed to like scale up a different wall, and then I looked down and she goes, I'm telling, she was there
Again?
she was there again of the other world. She goes, I'm telling you now, if you're making this way worse for yourself, get down here right now. He's like, I got down, I scaled off the wall. Like, obviously it probably looked like we were scumbags, but like, of course, like, I mean, guards were
Well,
called,
that is a bit scummy. Let's face
yeah, like
facts.
breaking it. It's so like, do you know what I mean? But sure, I wasn't
You wouldn't
aware
think of it, I know.
Like, do you know, it's my nam's old pub, like, do you
wouldn't
know,
think of
our
it.
family's old pub, like. So I climbed off the wall.
By the sounds of it, though, you actually do sound scummy. White, black wall, breaking the
I know, literally though, but like,
young, white, and free though.
oh, so fun. I was literally about, I don't know, we were about 15, 14, but got off the back wall anyway. Enjoy the porridge walls, like the like oaty kind of. It's like rock. It's not a smooth wall anyway. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, I had to climb down off that kind of wall. She stuck the side of my face to the wall. It was like the I Cry match when putting pressure. When I was putting pressure on Jets forward, she was putting pressure on the side of my face
kind of
against
the
this
karma.
wall. She got 2 of my hands, but one hand, because she could fit. I had baby hands, like I was that young. She got 2 of my hands into her one hand and put them behind my back and raised up my wrist to my ear from the behind. So it was actually like, I don't know, some fucking triangle chokehold or something. I don't know what it was, but it was sore. Handcuffed me, put me into the back of the car. They got another fella, but Callum and the other fella got away because they stayed and hid in the pub, whereas they just probably thought there was 2 people.
Did they stay and hide?
They stayed in there and hidden there, whereas we tried to scramble, like. So me and the fella in there in the back of the car, We swapped shoes actually, yeah. So we, for some reason, that day, me and this other guy had
Oh, I
swapped
remember you
shoes.
telling me that, yeah.
So we swapped the shoes. I put back on my own, he put back on his. And then he went into his mum's house, and then he went into his mum's house, and then the guards came out. They left me in the car. The guards came out and they were like, fuck. She snapped, didn't she? Jeez, she was so loud. We never saw an angry mum like her. And I was sitting in the back of the car. I was like, wait until you see my mum.
Julie Crowley, like.
I was like, you don't understand what's going to happen here now, like. So, oh yeah, had a fucking box of rollies as well. Had to shove them in the back of the guard's car because I couldn't go home to rollies. Yeah, you know. So we were up by Dino's Hill. I'll never in a million years forget this. We were up by Dino's Hill, like it's like Dino's in Blackpool. There's like a steep hill, Poppins Hill, and I had been handcuffed and they had put no seatbelt on me, so they sped up the bottom of the hill and then jammed the brakes in the middle of the hill, and I went forward and whacked my face off the headrest.
They do it on purpose though.
But they started laughing.
They do it on, yeah.
I know. Listen though, they started skitting laughing.
Makes me so angry.
They started skitting laughing and goes, why'd you do that for? You should have put on your seatbelt. And I was sat there handcuffed. And Callum kept on ringing my phone, but it was an unknown number. And she was like, who the fuck's ringing your phone? Who's ringing your phone? I goes, oh, I don't know, like, answer it. I was shitting it.
Oh my god, it makes me so angry.
I was like, I don't know, like, you can answer it. She goes, I'm not your fucking servant at all, don't tell me what to do. The guard, yeah.
As I said, girl want to be more vicious.
Yeah, they are. She was vicious anyway. Her personally. Then we went up anyway. My mum, as Jake said a bit ago, my mum was coming out, and when I was going in,
I ran out, thought there was a scrap outside the door.
But you see, when my mum saw the guards at first, our house, there had been an incident in our house before where an Xbox got robbed from outside of our back, and she thought it had something to do with that. She had no inkling that the guards were coming. That had me handcuffed in the room. So like the guards got out first, and I was like, "Oh, like hi, how are you?" And then she walked up, and she looked and saw me in the back of the car handcuffed. She goes, "Jesus Christ!"
And that's what I heard then from the inside.
Yeah, literally. So that's how that story correlates. So got in anyway, and my mum went ballistic in front of the guards, like ballistic. Well, of course, I never got brought home in my life. Never did. That was only just once off. And my mum was going so mad. She was like, the guards were like, Julie, we don't want no domestic violence. And she goes, what are you on about? You handcuffed the young fella. She's like, did you need to put handcuffs on him? You just walked him into my house in front of all my neighbours with handcuffs on. What did he do? Like, was that deserved?
I'm delighted she done that.
Then she looked at me and she goes, don't you think for a second you're getting away with this?
Yeah. My mum's lovely.
I love my mum, but like, don't
strict.
Cross her. Don't cross her. Oh, well, that was a lot there.
That was a lot.
Hopefully you enjoyed this week's episode. Sorry for putting it up late. But look,
technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties, yes.
Technical difficulties. That was fun though. It was actually nice to go back through the childhood memories.
I know how nostalgic.
What's that mean?
Like memories.
Oh yeah. Happy times.
Nostalgic.
Two magpies.
Hey, wave at that shit.
I know, yeah.
So we will leave you here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Joanne Summit Lovely.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. And we'll see you again for the next episode.
Slong of all more hair fuckers.